He blames racism for his ordeal and continues to maintain that he is innocent. A Ghanaian who has been dubbed the most wanted Ghanaian has been jailed in the UK. The story of Kwabena, a Ghanaian who came to the UK in search of a better life. Kwabena's lifelong dream has always been to come to the UK for greener pasture. He settled in London, where he initially struggled to get a job. But with the help of some Ghanaians, he found employment in G4S. This is a company that transports cash from banks to the secured house where money are kept. This brother was doing the job. He was making a lot of money, lot of overtime, and very, very happy. One fateful day, Kwabena decided in 2020 that he was going to resign. Unknown to a lot of people, Kwabena was cooking something very, very special. He then told his boss, "Hey, boss, I'm no longer interested in this job." The boss said, "Why?" He said, "I have found something better, but thank you for the opportunity to work." The boss said, "Well, we wish you all the best." Kwabena then resigned, but he kept his uniform to himself. He did not handle by the uniform. One fateful day, Kwabena knew when G4S staff normally go to the bank to collect money from bank staff. He then approached the bank staff around 1 o'clock. He was wearing the uniform that he used to wear, which he did not hand over back to his company. Kwabena approached the lady in the bank and he was smiling as usual. "My sister, how is work today? God bless you. You are well." The woman thought she was dealing with the authentic G4S staff. The woman handed over a total of 117,200 pounds to Kwabena. Kwabena collected the money. He said, "My sister, I will see you later." He left the bank building. When he left the bank building, Kwabena then went out, changed the uniform that he was wearing, and he boarded an Uber. The bank staff thought everything was okay. It was when the person who was meant to collect the money arrived and said, "Good afternoon, my sister. This all happened in South London. I am here to collect money." She said, "Which money?" "Somebody has already collected the money, your colleague." She said, "Which colleague?" That was when the woman realized that, "Oh, something has happened, man. They have job." The woman immediately alerted the authorities. Kwabena left the scene, changed his clothes, and boarded an Uber straight to his house. He has already booked a flight that will take him to Accra the next day. Kwabena flew straight to Accra. He claimed that his mom wasn't well. In Accra, Kwabena was living there for 4 years. He probably married a wife or wives in Ghana, enjoying his life. Who will blame the Charlie, the burger? And I'm sure a lot of women in Ghana will say, "This burger is fresh," because the burger has a lot of money. Kwabena was living the dream in Ghana. Something then pushed him and said, "Oh, maybe the UK authority, they have forgotten about this case." He probably exhausted all the money. He then bought a ticket and landed in Gatwick Airport in March this year. Unknown to him, the same mobile number that he used to book Uber when he collected money from the bank, he used the same number to book Uber that will pick him up from Gatwick Airport. That alerted the police straight away, who was waiting for Kwabena, my brother. When they asked him, "Mr. Kwabena, welcome back to the UK. The Majesty's guards, they are waiting for you." Kwabena was shocked. They still have my record. They still have my record. Kwabena was charged. They provided overwhelming evidence which shows that beyond reasonable doubt, my Ghanaian brother was then found guilty. He initially said, "This is wrong identity. Ghanaians don't do things like this. He's a Nigerian." No. When they show him the CCTV and everything, how he collected money, the guy says, it's me. He then pleaded guilty, and our brother was then found guilty yesterday. Meanwhile, the UK government is proposing to pass new law. In the past, if you have indefinite leave to remain or you do not have British citizenship, if you spend more than 1 year in prison, that automatically triggers deportation. Now, any crime you commit, even if it's drunk driving, the moment you are convicted in court of law, that triggers deportation consideration according to the proposal that the government is proposing. Now, the government said anyone who doesn't have British passport, the moment you are found guilty, they will consider deporting you from the country, because the government is saying that they will consider whether your stay in the country, it is in the public good. If it's not in the public good, you'll be returning back to your country. Additionally, the government is also proposing to make sure that in the past, at the Right to Family Life Article 8, a situation where somebody came to the UK illegally, you then have a child in the country, and the government is trying to deport you. Say, no, I have a child who's British. If you deport me, you'll be in breach of separating me and my son, in breach of his human right. No human rights covers Article 8 again. If you're in the country, according to the government proposal, illegally, Article 8 doesn't apply to you. You will be deported straight away. That is what the government is proposing. So if you know anyone who lives in the country, who is got a career as a criminal, tell them, bro, sis, times are changing. They have to sit up. Make sure you stay clean, or else you will know that the United Kingdom is not a different game. Meanwhile, 445,000 immigrants are being targeted for deportation this year. The government says they've already deported 70,000 this year, have already been deported according to the government data. They are targeting additional 45,000 to be deported. That is what Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood is proposing. In Derby, as you can see, in Derby yesterday, neighbors, mini market, barbing saloon were targeted where they carry out immigration raid in Derby yesterday. This is the face of my brother, Kwabena Kwashi. I know some of my Ghanaians will say, oh, he's not Ghanaian, he's Nigeria. No, this is my brother. I am very proud of him, despite the fact that he has portrayed tarnished Ghana's reputation. He's my brother. We are both from the Ghan and Ashanti. I will never deny my brother. He was only sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in prison for stealing 117,200. Some people say this is a mockery of justice. How can you deter others from doing this? If a man stole 117,200 and you only need to serve less than 2 years, he'll be out. So you're telling people now that if you go and steal 117,000, you only need to be taken away from society for 2 years and you're good to go. There's no deterrent there. That is what some people are arguing. This is the original picture of Kwabena when he came into the bank. Disguise. When he came into the bank, that's a picture of him. And this is the picture of Kwabena when he left. And this is the picture of Kwabena when they returned back to the UK, thinking that maybe one Babalawo gave him some medicine. Charlie, if you come, they won't know you again. Maybe that Ghanaian that had Arike's leg gave him something to say, Charlie, don't worry, they won't know you again. I've wiped the computer, they won't know you again. And Kwabena probably believed the Babalawo only for him to come to the UK, and he ended up being arrested. Now, what are the lessons that can be learned from this case? This man's action today, tomorrow, anybody that comes from Ghana that applied to work for that company Tell me why that company would not think that he or she is going to do something like this, that it's a one person's action can tarnish the reputation of many or millions of people. Also, one mistake, insider knowledge can be very powerful. Because he works in that company, he had insider knowledge and he used it to his own advantage. Let me know, is this the work of the devil? Is this racism? Do you have any sympathy for Kwabena? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you have any story that you want to share with myself and the team, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number. We will always consider it if we think that lessons can be learned. Don't forget to support our work by liking and sharing and subscribing. Peace and love. I'll see you soon.